What's going on, guys? It's your boy SonicStar123 here, back here on Call of Duty Warzone. And today I'm going to give y'all the top 5 loadouts that you need to be running in Rebirth Island. Now, if you're like me, I'm not the best player around. I'm probably one of the worst ones comparison to like some of these top tier YouTubers or streamers. You're coming here, you're probably not the best player yourself, you just want a little bit of boost, know what's actually the good guns to be running while you're playing Rebirth Island to be more successful. So, I'm about to give you all the top 5 loadouts that you should definitely be running. Definitely leave a like, subscribe. I'll be leaving a link, like, whenever you look in the top right of your screen, you'll see, like, a little information bar. I'll try to link every gun to, like, a video at least so that way you have something to go off of to see how viable these guns actually are during a gunfight. So, definitely leave a like, subscribe, follow me on my social medias like Instagram, TikTok, and definitely follow me on Twitch. I want to start streaming there eventually, so I just need more people there, honestly. So help a brother out. So let's actually get into the class setups. Top 5 loadouts that you need to be using at Rebirth Island. Let's start off with loadout number 1, the Cooper Carbine and the WELGUN. Now, for the Cooper Carbine, it's pretty basic setup. You got the MX silencer, the Cooper custom barrel, got the 3X to 6X optic, you got the Cooper 45 RS stock, got the hand stop underbarrel, the 60 round drums linked in as your ammunition, polymer grip for your rear grip, and then tight grip and fully loaded. Now for this setup though, there's two things that can be changed. And that's your muzzle that can also become the recoil booster if you feel like you need that extra fire rate for these situations. You just lose a little bit of control as the cost, but you get to kill a little bit faster. And then another change that could be done is your underbarrel. You can change it to either the carver foregrip if you feel like you have a horrible recoil control with the hand stop, you don't feel comfortable with it, then go with the carver foregrip. Or if you feel like you need more speed, go with the Mark 6 skeletal stock, underbarrel. Now for the WELGUNs, pretty basic setup. You got the recoil booster for your muzzle, you got the short barrel, you have the slate reflector optic, you have the remove stock, you have the hand stop underbarrel, you have the 48 round magazine, you got the hollow point ammunition, you got fabric grip, you got acrobatic and quick. Now the things that can be changed on this loadout, that's all interchangeable. Definitely change the barrel to the strouted barrel. You feel like you need more control over speed. And then if you're gonna do that though, then you have to change the ammunition and magazine to the 40 round mags. That way you can have that extra speed. Since you're sacrificing all your speed in the barrel, you have to add speed to your magazine, or else you're gonna be losing every gunfight because your gun is a little bit too slow to kill. And then for the underbarrel though, if you can actually control this recoil with this setup, then definitely should go with the Mark 6 skeletal stock, underbarrel, or the pistol grip. That way you can have the extra sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. Now the second best class setup to be running on Rebirth Island is definitely the AUTOMATON and the MP40. Now the AUTOMATON, it's a very solid AR. It dominated at the beginning of Season 1 of Warzone Pacific, but obviously because of all the nerfs and changes to its recoil pattern, it made it kind of unfavorable to some people, but this gun still shreds and still lasers if you have the right amount of control. Now to help out with that control, the setup is the MX silencer, the muzzle, you got the first barrel, 60mm BFA, you got the 3 to 6 time optic, you got the skeletal stock, you got the hand stop under barrel, you got the 75 round drum for the magazine, you got the linked in ammunition, polymer grip for your rear grip, tight grip for your perk 1, and then fully loaded for your perk 2. Now there's really nothing that's to be changed about this setup unless you feel like you don't need the speed, then you can change the stock to one of the other 2 stocks if you feel like you need more control over that. But having more speed with this gun is probably the best choice over than having more control. The recoil pattern isn't all that hard to control. It just requires a little bit more finesse than any other gun in the game. 40, another dominant gun from Season 1 of Warzone Pacific. The setup hasn't changed much. Only thing that's changed is the ammunition, because that's the only thing that really mattered back whenever this gun was still top meta. So the muzzle is definitely the recoil booster. We have the 317mm 04B barrel. We have the slate reflector optic. You have the 33M folding stock. You have the Mark 6 skeletals underbarrel. You have the 7.762 Gorenko 45 round mags. You have the hollow point ammunition. You have the fabric grip for your rear grip. You have steady for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. Now, the reason why this gun kind of dropped off the top meta weapon is because of the ammunition. Incendiary kind of helped this gun out so much, and ever since they nerfed Incendiary where you actually lose damage from using it, it hasn't been a personal favorite for most people. So hollow point actually gives you extra damage if you hit limbs. So like hit them in the arm or the leg, you'll get a little bit more damage than just hitting them straight in their head or in their chest. So, yeah. For the third loadout, we have the Owen gun and the Modern Warfare Kar 98. Now, the Owen gun is a very solid gun. It hits hard, hit fast, and that's what the setup is all about. It's about this, making this gun a little bit faster in these close quarter situations, which is what SMGs are built for. So we have the recoil booster for the muzzle. We have the rapid barrel. We have the M38 Slate 2.5x custom optic. We have the removed stock. We have the Mark 6 skeletal underbarrel. We have the 72 round drums. We have the hollow point ammunition. We have fabric grip, sleight of hand for your perk 1, and perk 2 is quick. Now, the only thing that could be changed about this setup is your barrel. You can definitely go with the Strato one if you feel like you need extra limb damage and that bullet velocity, and also less damage fall off at long range. So you basically can hit shots further without your bullet dropping. And another thing that can be changed other than that is definitely the rear grip could go to a polymer if you feel like you need that flinch resistance during these gunfights, because this gun kind of flinches a little bit. It hits hard. I would expect it to flinch a little bit as it's using a higher ammunition rounds than most other SMGs are probably using. Now, the Modern Warfare Kar 98 is my personal favorite sniper. It's not even a real sniper, but it hits as hard as every other sniper in the game. It's probably the best one. It has quick scoping potential. You can do a lot with it. So the setup I run on is the monolithic suppressor, have the tac laser, the sniper scope, have the precision comb stock, and then I have sleight of hand. So this setup is built primarily for more speed. Control isn't really a factor for me. It's not hard to control a sniper. It's just a matter of getting to the shots faster. That way I can quick scope people while they're coming around the corner real quick, and I know they're there. I can just quick scope them with the quickness. You have the C58 and the Lapa SMG, which is, in my opinion, the old reliable setup from Cold War. Now, the C58, the setup hasn't changed. It's the same as every other AR inside of Cold War. Definitely have to run agency suppressor, task force barrel, field agent grip, 55 round magazine, and definitely the 3X optic. Now, there's really nothing you can change about the setup. There's nothing you should change about the setup. So it's a very solid gun. It does a lot of damage. It's not that hard to control, and it's very good at all the Cold War ARs. It's probably one of the best ones other than the XM4, but I like this one personally more on Rebirth Island than the XM4, so that's why it's on the list. Now, the Lapa SMG has actually recently only just came up on the TTK list. It's probably one of the fastest killing Cold War weapons inside the game right now. The setup that you should be running on this though is the agency suppressor. You have the rifled barrel for the extra fire rate, Tiger Team spotlight for the extra mobility. You have the microflex LED because the RN sight on this is horrendous. It's like the M16, so you probably should stay away from like RN sights like that at all. It's the most obscuring sights possible. Then you have to go with the 50 round mag, so that way you have the most ammo during a gunfight. Now, this gun has really boosted itself up ever since, say, halfway through Season 1, where this gun started to get a little more popular for pretty much most pro streamers. Whenever they need a quick SMG to go for, it shreds. It kills very fast, especially if you hit headshots. They're just out for the, just out for the count, you know? Setup, we have the STG-44 and the 1911s from Vanguard. Now, this setup is primarily for like a restock, tempered ghost setup. That way you can quickly get like your perks together. You know, you're probably not gonna actually run this setup, but just in case you have to grab it, and it's built for these situations, you know. So for the STG-44, we get the MX silencer. We have the 760mm 05B barrel. It's the longest barrel for this gun. Then we have the G16 2.5x, that could be changed to the SBT 3 to 6 times optic. And we have the weighted stock, we have a hand stop underbarrel, we have the 60 round drums because it's the biggest one. Then we have the LinkedIn for your ammunition since this is the long range AR, polymer grip, that's just primarily for long range weapons, help out in these long range fights. We got sleight of hand because reloading this 60 round drum is a pain in the butt. Then we have fully loaded because, well, that's what the setups is for. 11 from Vanguard is probably the best Vanguard secondary weapon to be running. It's great for close quarter fights, but you're probably not going to actually use this gun at all whenever you pick up this loadout. It's primarily there just in case you have no choice but to use guns with this setup, you know, for you, that way you can still have ghost tempered and restock whenever you need it. So for the muzzle, we have the M1929 silencer, we have the Cooper full auto barrel. It turns this gun into a literal beast having a full auto on it. And then we have the slate reflector because seeing over the muzzle is kind of hard, so the slate reflector helps with that problem. We have the steady trigger because the recoil on this is a pain, so with steady trigger you get more recoil control. Then we have the 18 round mags because it's the biggest one for this gun. Then we have the hollow points, that way you can do a little more limb damage if you just happen to miss your shots in the body or your head. You can hit them in the shoulders or their legs. And we have the fabric grip because it's primarily built for close quarters encounter. That's why you have that extra aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and hip fire accuracy. Then we have sleight of hand to help out with this 18 round mag. That way you can get into fights quicker. And then we have quick to actually help you get to the fights quicker. You know, top 5 loadouts that you need to be running on Rebirth Island. Now this was a quick video just to get something out there. I would love to do more videos like this where I can help out and give more tips and tricks about Rebirth Island, help players go from having the lowest KD possible to at least having a 1.2 KD, you know, help people out, give people the guns and setups that they need to actually be a lot more successful on here on Warzone. So if you want more videos like that, definitely leave a like, comment down below what other videos, like tips and tricks y'all want to know, you know, and yeah. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.